What's up, Falcons fans? Colin here.
And I'm Dusty.
And if you're watching
Falcon Planet.
I just want to say we're sorry we didn't get a video out this last Monday, but I've been really sick and we do over here at my house. And, I just want to say congratulations to the Carolina Panthers, but we're going to move on from that game and on to this very important Atlanta Falcons New York Giants game this Sunday.
And I think the key to the game this week is the offensive line for the Falcons, because they need to stop JPP and Justin Tuck, because they could get to Matt Ryan and that could make him throw bad throws and everything.
Carolina did a really good job of getting to Matt Ryan, even though they only had two sacks, I think.
And they've done that very good both games this year.
I was watching ESPN just like 45 minutes ago, and they were talking about how Atlanta's offensive line's big and a little old, and look for the Giants' defensive ends to put some speed moves on them and run around them and get the sack. And that's probably going to be a problem in this game. We're going to have to sure the offensive line up for sure.
And hopefully Roddy White will play this week.
Yeah, he hasn't missed a single game in his 8-year career. But even though he hasn't practiced all week, I don't see how he won't play in this game. There's no way he'll sit out.
And also William Moore and Asante Samuel are questionable for this week, and that could open up holes in the defense for the Falcons.
Yeah, Asante, had the whole game off last week. He's had over 2.5 weeks of rest. He's still questionable. I don't know if he'll play. I'd like to see him play. We're going to definitely need him. Victor Cruz is going to be a problem. He's a problem on every team. And, they have some other really good receivers, too, that we're going to have to take care of. So hopefully he can get in the game. And also William Moore. He missed the game last weekend against Carolina. I think it showed a little bit. That's not really with the passes, but with how Cam Newton ran all over our defense. And he's a big, powerful safety. He's a bigger safety than the average one out there. He's a lot bigger than Deku. So I really hope he plays this.
And this is right about where the Giants start to get hot, right in December, right leading into January.
Yeah, you see, they struggle every year at the beginning of the season. They're 7-5, but
I think they're 8-5 actually.
8-5. Look what they've done to Green Bay and last week. I mean, they're on a roll right now, and if don't think they'd come down to hot Atlanta in the Georgia Dome where we're undefeated and take care of business, because we're gonna put up a good fight. No, we're not gonna blow them out. By no means. I think this is going to be a fantastic game.
They're always a great road team.
Yeah, they're a great road team.
Especially with Eli.
And especially, we're going to want payback from what happened last year in the playoffs.
They completely shut us down last year in the playoffs.
We caught them at the absolute wrong time. And that somehow the Falcons have that happen every year. We catch the hottest team going to the playoffs. Nobody thinks Matt Ryan can win a playoff game. We're just, known for a regular season team, go in the playoffs, get shut out first round, go home, do it again the next year. Eventually that's gonna change. That won't happen every year. Look what Peyton Manning did his first 3 years. His third playoff game got beat 42-0. So I'm very confident going into the playoffs this year.
And I've never understood why Tom Coughlin's job's on the line every year.
I think he's a fantastic coach. He started out in Jacksonville, but he's won 2 championships now with the Giants. I think he's a fantastic coach. I'd love to have him on the Falcons, even though Mike Smith's great. But, I really think he's probably top 5 coach in the NFL.
They can definitely flip a switch at any time.
Yeah, Eli Manning, he's a great quarterback. They have a great wide receiver duo, and Hakeem Nicks and Victor Cruz. But what is your key to win this game if you were to pick a specific player?
It's got to be the quarterbacks. Either Matt Ryan or Eli is going to make the play of the game. It's going to come down to one play. My key is probably Roddy White. He has done absolutely nothing in the past 2 games. Caught like maybe 2 or 3 passes, missed all year long, or missed all week in practice. He will play, I guarantee it. So you better see him out there. He needs to have a big game. Sure, you say the quarterback's the one who throws the ball, but the wide receiver's the one who's got to get open. And I think he really needs to have a big game. But I think it is important because these 2 quarterbacks are the 2 best 2-minute quarterbacks in the league.
Oh, yeah.
No, without a doubt.
Yeah, I really think that, if Roddy White can come out and play hard, along with Julio and Tony, I think we have a great shot at winning this game. I think we'll keep it close, It's basically who's going to play better in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
At halftime, this game will be close. I say maybe a 17-14 type game at halftime. And it's really who comes to play in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. I think we'll take this game.
It'll be a combined score of 60 points.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
You know, I think it'll go either way. I think it could be a really high-scoring game because there's two great offenses.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could see a game like last year, even though we only scored 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we only gave up 24 points. That's not terrible on the road.
We also scored only 2.
Yeah,
so.
Our offense needs to show up. And in that playoff game, I mean, we got to Eli Manning.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we got our safety. But, you know, we definitely need to do that this week. John Abraham, he's had a great year. Hopefully he can continue his good work. You know, Sean Weatherspoon's having a fantastic year. I really hope William Moore plays. We're definitely going to need William Moore. Speaking of William Moore, we're going to see him Monday.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be great. We're going to see him at Publix. So if y'all are out there, out and about, better go to that Publix. You can check it out on my Twitter. So if you want some information about that, go check that out.
It'll be at the Chateau Lawn in Brazelton.
Yeah, he's going to be signing autographs and just, you know, talking to fans and stuff. So hopefully we'll tell him about our videos and he can check them out. Well, that's really all we've got this week. We're not going to make this video too long. Hopefully, you know, last week we had to cut our video a little short because we went over YouTube's max. But I hope you liked the cool background. It took me about 30 minutes to find that, but I think it was worth it. Let us know if you like the motion backgrounds. I think I like them better. We're not going to be able to do them every week because they're just too hard to find. But, you know, well, also we got the camera situation taken care of now. The camera's looking great. Dusty had to fill in for Seth today, but you'll see Seth on Monday, hopefully. So we'll see you later, Falcons fans. Go Falcons.
Rise up.